Microphone check 1 2, man. I go by the name of DJ M.O.S.S, man. So listen, I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm excited. Really, you the first. This artist is the first artist in a long time to come to the studio and get an interview done by me. But I'm here in M.O.S.S Studios, and I want to welcome my New York brother, Solo. Drew, what's good, bro? Talk to me, man.
Shit, man. Appreciate you for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm gonna get straight into it, man. Like, cause I'm a kind of person that's like, you know, I don't have anything written down. You know what I'm saying? I know I go off energy, body language, and pretty much like how we interact with each other. So first things first, you've been doing music for how long?
Now 5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
All right. So what was your, like, in your opinion, what was your big break, or have you had your big break? Like, what you feel like was the most influential thing that's happened in your career?
I wouldn't say personally I feel like I had my big break yet, but I feel like last year, stepping into the new year, I finally found my sound. And, you know, like, I feel like that's a lot of things that artists get tricked on, or like get, you know, messed up on, finding their sound and really finding like who they are as an artist. So I really took the time through the 5 years to find out who I am as an artist and shit like that, and now I'm here.
Okay, so being in New York, the drill scene is like it's big, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really low-key kind of changed music. I ain't even say low-key, high-key changed music, you know what I'm saying? First drill artist I've heard of was, of course, Pop Smoke, you know what I'm saying? That's the first one, of course, I heard of, and then, like, it was just a wave of everybody started doing the same, you know, type of music.
Yeah, facts.
Why do you think that is so, what made it get so popular?
I just think the beats, you know what I mean? These producers, they cooking up, you know what I mean? And it's just, it gives you that energy. Like, we from New York, you know, we on that time, and like, we like that raw shit, you feel me? So it's just that sound, like, you feel me? It gets us ready, like, you feel me? It gets us in that vibe, in that space. That's why we so drawn to it, you feel me? That's how I feel on my
You think the drill scene gonna ever die down?
Me personally, you know, it's always a time where, you know, one genre takes over, or one, you know, type of music takes over, and then, you know, something else comes into play. Just like the drill scene, you know what I mean? So I feel like eventually it'll have its time where, you know, it slowly starts to die down. But of course there'll be those same main artists who are on the scene right now doing what they do, still living up to that potential and what they've been doing.
Who you think is the biggest artist right now, mainstream in New York? Not Jay, of course, but like right now, like moving right now. Who you think is the biggest?
New York? Shit. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people in New York putting on for the city right now, like in the Bronx and Harlem and BK and Queens, where I'm from. So, you feel me? I just feel like there's a lot of different sounds coming out of New York where everybody don't see, so it's hard to say like who really putting on. Even with the people in the quote-unquote mainstream and shit like that, it's like, you know, it's different sounds in a way. Like the Harlem or BX, they're not gonna have the same sound as Brooklyn or Queens,
of course.
you know what I mean? So it's just like to say like one artist is putting on. I just feel like as a collective, we doing what we doing and putting on for the city.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
So as an independent artist, you think it's easier for an artist to get on, or harder for an artist to stay on?
I'm an independent artist myself, and I would say it's harder to get on because you got to put yourself in situations where if you was to have management, you know, they would be doing that certain shit, or a label or certain shit, they'll be handling that shit for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as an independent artist, you have to go out the way and make that shit happen for yourself. But at the end of the day, it's an investment. You know what I mean? Of course. Like, you know, you got to do what you got to do to get to where you want to get to, and this shit is a grind, the everyday grind.
Let me ask you this question, because I know, like, because I mean, I have to ask. With you being an artist based out of New York, and the showcase market is it? I know it's big up there. Everybody be performing. What was the biggest crowd you ever performed in front
of? In the New York scene?
Yeah, so we can do it anywhere.
I would say the biggest crowd I performed for was, I would say, 2 years ago for M.O.S.S. Yeah.
Oh, where from? Oh, mine.
Yeah, it was a lot of people in that venue. I did SOBs before. That was a big space. It's a good space, but there was a lot of people in there. I did a couple other shows. I did a show Harlem Day, where it was a park outside in Harlem. You feel me? And everybody came outside.
Right.
So it was like kids, adults, everybody came outside and just vibe. But yeah, I performed in front of like a lot of big crowds. But you know. Still grounded.
Do a lot of the mainstream artists up there like kind of help the indies, or is it more like or we just gonna gatekeep type shit?
There's a lot of gatekeepers, bro. Mm-hmm. For real. Like,
why you think it's like that?
I don't know. I feel like where I'm from, New York, bro, we get to it. You know what I mean? And it's not like, we not looking out for the next nigga or the next person or the next man, but it's just like, we got to get our own. We got to get it because ain't nobody helping us. You know what I mean? Like, it's a grind every single day.
100.
You know what I mean? So it's like we get up, like city that never sleep, for real. So it's like we get up, you go get to the bag every single day. You know what I mean? No matter the time, no matter the place. So it's like, it's a different.
So outside of New York, where else have you performed?
Atlanta, Philly, Jersey, and that's a few places right now. But I'm looking to go other places for real.
Any other cities that you want to perform in that you haven't performed in?
Hell yeah. Cali, I want to go to LA. I want to perform in North Carolina, VA, the whole East Coast, Florida, Miami, like everywhere, Texas, everywhere, bro. I'm trying to perform everywhere. I'm trying to go international, Canada, all that shit. Like,
speaking of international, because like one of the main things I like to ask now, because the big wave to me right now is Afrobeat. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big thing, you know what I'm saying? So like, would you ever like tap into that style of music, or would you ever like do like an Afrobeats album or a record, or is that something that you're interested in?
Hell yeah. Like I like, me as an artist, like when people ask me what type of genre or type of thing I put myself in, or as I classify in, I like to just say I'm an artist because I like to portray myself and I like to be versatile. Right. I feel like that's what the longevity is in this music game, being versatile. That's what pushes your career further and what makes you last here. You know what I mean? So hell yeah, Afrobeats is fire.
What's one of the hardest things you had to overcome as an independent artist?
Realizing that you gotta put in the work yourself. True and that. Ain't nobody obligated to help you.
That's 100%.
At all.
100%, bro.
At all.
For real, ain't nobody obligated. I had to learn that as a DJ coming from, I came from, I'm from Mississippi originally, but I left and moved to South Carolina. That's where I started DJing at. And then I came to Atlanta, and I thought like being that I was a good DJ in South Carolina, coming to Atlanta is gonna be easy for me to get on. Man, nah, they don't give a fuck about none of that. They care about how many people you can put in the building, what your following is like. You know what I'm saying? That's what motherfuckers care about. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to get on as a DJ doing shit like that. As an artist, is there anybody that you? Because I ain't gonna say anybody. Let's say family. How do your family feel about you doing music? Are they supportive or?
Hell yeah, they supportive. Cause at the time I didn't know what I wanted to do. You feel me? I was grinding, working every day, like working jobs I ain't really want to work and shit like that. So it's like my family seen that shit, and I broke it down to them. I come from a West Indian household, Caribbean household. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
So it's like in that type of scene, they want you to be a doctor or be something, and more professional. You know what I mean? But my pops, he grew up in the music scene too, so he understood
shit. He so did he rap or?
He owned a record label, and he used to sing when he was younger. He was in a group. Word.
Nah, that's hard.
Bro. So he understood me chasing my dreams, and he understood what I'm trying to do and what I am trying to accomplish. So yeah, they very supportive. My brothers, everybody. So yeah.
You got older siblings or younger siblings?
I'm the oldest.
You the oldest?
Yeah.
Wow. So like they all look up to you and everything?
Facts, you know what I mean?
Do they like bump your music and shit, or do they?
Hell yeah.
For real?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got to, you know what I mean?
That's hard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, that's hard. That's hard. Yeah. That's good to have supportive family. But what about like your friends? You ever had a situation where like jealousy encountered because y'all doing the same shit? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
of
might be
course.
popping, niggas ain't popping.
Of course, you know what I mean?
saying?
It's like I just feel like at the end of the day, it's all about the position or the steps you take to get yourself where you need to get. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can't blame the next man. You can't count on the next man. You can't hate on the next man because he doing what he doing. He doing what he has to do. If he getting up every day, writing, grinding, going to the stool, laying down promo and certain shit, you know what I mean? You can't be mad that your shit ain't lit. Like
Right, sure.
you know what I mean? Like it's just it is what it is. But me at the end of the day, I like putting everybody on.
Right.
I'm a team type of player. Like if I'm on, you on, bro. So I always looked at it like that. But a lot of niggas don't. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of selfish nowadays. So
Do you have a backup plan other than music?
nah,
Like,
bro.
what if music, like, you know what I'm saying, you ever thought about like being a DJ or being a producer or, you know what I'm saying, engineer? Like, you can still be in the industry but like not rap no more.
You know what's funny? I graduated from college
Word,
with my
okay.
bachelor's. You feel me? And everybody always told me that, like I said, I've been doing music for 5 years. So
Right.
through that time, I'm going to school and doing music, pursuing my career. Everybody telling me, oh, what you want to do, what you want to do. I'm like, I'm doing this music thing. I'm an artist. Oh, you should have a backup plan. You in college and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, nah, bro. Like, I always block that shit out because it's like, at the end of the day, like I said, I ain't know what I wanted to do in my life. You know what I mean? So when I found, like, always been around music when I was a kid, but it never came to me like, this is what I want to do. And God makes shit happen for a reason. You know what I mean? God puts certain things in your life and makes certain things happen for a reason. So at the time when it happened and, you know, I started getting back into that scene, it's like, nah, this is what I'm destined to do. I had that feeling, you know, it's like that love, that
Right,
drive every
right.
day, you know what I mean? So it's different when you have that love. So when I found that shit, it was like nobody could tell me different. Nobody, you know what I mean?
Would you want to be signed to an artist or would you rather be signed under a label? I always want to ask somebody that question. That's
I would say, me personally, I would rather a label, not to take anything away from the artist because, you know, I feel like certain artists do want to put their people on, you know,
Right.
who they signing.
right.
But a lot of artists want to be that nigga. You know, they don't
never
want
be bigger than
yeah,
him.
you can't be bigger than him, bro. So it's like the way I see my career planning out and how I see me doing certain shit, it's like I'm trying to take over the world. You know what I mean? So it's like if we could eat together, if we could grind together, let's do it. But if we can't and we not seeing eye to eye on certain shit, it's just like, all right, bro, it's okay. You do you and I'ma do me.
What if the artist owned the label? Like, would you still kind of like Yo Gotti with CMG or, you know, Birdman with Cash Money? You know what I'm saying? Like, you still would rather go with like someplace like an Atlantic or even Jay with Rock Nation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Would you still reconsider it or?
I just feel like as an artist too, you worrying about yourself
Yeah.
too, on top of what you got going on. You know, so it's like it's a lot to go, like a lot to keep your mind on, a lot to focus on, a lot to concentrate on. So it's like I know you probably not gonna put me to the side for a shelf of my shit, but I'm not gonna be your top priority, especially if you have other artists like Gotti. He got Money Bag. You know, he got these other. So it's like I'm not gonna be your top priority. And then me personally, I feel like I'm in that position, or I feel like I'm capable of bringing to the table. Like I need to be in that top priority because what I'm able to do and what I'm capable of doing and what I'm going to do is gonna be extraordinary, bro. Like it's gonna set the trend for real.
So what would you say that your style of music is?
A lot of people say like, oh, like you a singer and stuff like that, or you sing and stuff like that, but I don't even look at it like singing because there's really talented people who could
Oh, yeah,
really
for sure.
sing, you
For
know
sure,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's like they take over a room, bro, like they by their voice, like, you know, you going like, oh shit, who that? And you doing that off their voice.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like I don't even classify myself as that, but I feel like right now in the space that I am, I would be like a hip hop rap artist, but with a melodic sound, but versatile, like as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got something coming, I got things on the way coming very, 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 very soon. That's
Right.
gonna show like what I'm capable to bring to the table as far as like everything, touching all different genres, touching, you know, oh his shit, he could do that, oh his flow like that, oh he could switch it like, yeah, bro, like I've been working, I've been grinding, I've been trying to perfect certain shit, and I have, you know what I mean, and I'm at this point where it's time to showcase that shit.
So, what you been doing, you know, music for 5 years, you know what I'm saying? You say you're a hip hop artist, say you pretty much, you basically stuck in your, I don't want to say your own genre, but, you know, you pretty much have your own, you know, sense of style. All right, one of the main things as a DJ that I hear all the time, or even a promoter, well, I do a lot of shit, of course.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, I hear artists tell me, bro, fuck with me, I'm hot, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I hear that a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what makes everybody can't be different?
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because then you end up being like everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, how do you stand out in a room full of everybody who calls themselves different? It's like walking down the bread aisle in the grocery store. All these motherfuckers selling bread. What's going to make you want to buy this particular bread?
That particular, you know what's funny? Because it's like, you walking down the aisle, and you like, what makes me want to pick this particular bread? And it's like, nah, this bread always been down. I always ate this bread. This bread never changed. They never changed the ingredients. They never switched the brand. They never did none of that. That's the bread. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's all about being yourself. You know, being, remaining humble, but then also knowing that you're that nigga in a sense. But it's like, be yourself, bro. You don't gotta walk around the room or walk around in certain spaces acting tough or saying that you different. Yo, bro, fuck with me because I'm different. You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, just show you different through your music. And if they fuck with you through your music, then it leads on to like, all right, let me see what this kid is about or what this guy's about or what she's about. And it's like, then that's when the personality thing comes into play. That's when you shaking hands, networking, people actually meeting you. And a lot of people put certain people in positions just based off of knowing you. You know what I mean? The type of person you are. Like, if they see you a true person, like, you know, you a good person, he's a good dude. Like, nah, I'm going to put him in this position because, you know, he good peoples.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just feel like it's about being yourself and being true to who you are. Don't put on a facade. Don't put on an act. You know, just be you. Be true to you.
What is because you mentioned, you know, being yourself and you know, putting shit on, like, what is the most influential platform right now that you use to promote your music?
I would say Instagram, IG.
And why IG?
Because along with the, like, you know, posting the stories and stuff, you got these reels now. You know, so the reels are playing a big factor into you know, when you're scrolling or people are scrolling down their feed, the algorithm will just, you know, throw in a reel. Like, because that's what people post now, because you can't post a video no more, so it comes up as a reel. So, so it's like whatever people are into and stuff like that. And, you know, when certain people come across new music and stuff, it will be like, you know, in the background of something, you know, people doing the activity, or, you know, people just living their everyday life with the song about, and people be like, oh, who's that? What song is that? In the comments and stuff like that. And that's how people get put on. And I just feel like Instagram is like really influential, you know, even with the people who are quote unquote big on there, you know, they can help certain artists get to a certain place just even by throwing a song in a video. You know what I mean, man? I don't take anything away from TikTok. I feel like I gotta get more into the TikTok space, because TikTok is really the biggest platform right now, you know, out of everything. But yeah, I'm slowly working my way into TikTok, because, you know, like, I ain't that type of person to be like, oh, let me show my face, I'm out here, like, you know what I mean, do this dancing and shit. Like, I ain't even into that. Like, you know what I mean, I be chilling. So yeah, I gotta get more into that. But yeah, I use personally IG. But yeah, how
and, you know, I'm asking, you know, this is an interview, so, you know, I told you a lot of stuff come off the dome. But, like, I really want to know, like, how important is marketing, and what do you do that's different when it comes to marketing?
Marketing is very important. You know what I mean? I like to do a lot of research and stuff like that, like, even on my downtime. And then, you know, what's funny, like, it's I don't even know how many songs. It's like close to like 30 million or something million songs get loaded up onto a streaming platform and nobody listens to it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did see
every
that.
day.
Yeah, I seen a crazy number. Like
You know
that.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like, for that to be like that amount of songs, that amount of people putting out music and nobody has listened to it, I just feel like, you know, going to the studio, especially in my case, like I pay for my studio time, you know what I mean? So you want to, every investment, you want it to be worth it, worth something. So me personally, I don't stop promoting my stuff. You know what I mean? Even the songs that I put out 2-3 years ago, I'm still promoting that shit on my story. When I go to shows, when I'm performing, you know, if nobody has ever heard of me, like, you know what I mean? Like, put them onto the songs, you know what I mean? The old shit, and then work their way up to the new shit.
Right,
Even, you know what I
course.
mean? So even in my stories, I'll throw my certain songs in the background and shit like that of the old shit. So you always gotta keep promoting, because, you know, what's old to you is new to somebody else. You know, they never probably seen it before. So you got to keep doing it. You got to keep showing it. You got to keep going.
I want to end this off with asking you what, I ain't gonna say what, who has been the most supportive person in your music career so far? Like who's I ain't gonna say supportive. Who's influenced you the most in music so far? Like, what was the reason why you did it, and what keeps you going?
I would just say my team, bro. Like, you know, it's different when you have a team. And shout out to S5, you know, the members and shit. But
Right.
it's like, when you have a team, bro, a group of people that really believe in you and they see your potential, and even with my big bro, my engineer, M.O.S.S, you know, even when we first started, I wasn't even doing the sound that I was doing. You know what I mean? I was on some rapping shit. And you feel me? It was like, he always said, oh, I knew you would, you know, change your sound. I always knew that you would, like, do something different. And it's like, even with hearing that, it's like, and people pulling up to shows, people, your man supporting you, you know, posting your shit, all of that shit, pulling up the interviews, shit like that. It's like, people don't see that the hard work that comes behind being an artist, you know, on an everyday to day.
100%, boy.
You know what I mean? And then and the bread that you got to get to invest into yourself, all that shit. So it's like, when you have these people behind you and telling you that, you know, you're doing the right thing, they see you doing what you do, and not only telling you that shit, but also showing out for you, showing up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different, and that shit keeps me going. And also knowing, bro, like, there's really niggas hating out here. You know what I mean? So you gotta keep going, and that shit just motivates me, like, every single day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, that's really thing.
100%, man. Any encouraging words you want to give to, you know, everybody's watching this right now? Any shout outs to them?
Shout out S5, you know, the members and shit like that. Shout out everybody that's doing their thing. Like, if I got one thing to say to y'all, bro, just keep going. You know what I mean? It's 5 years. I'm 5 years into this shit, but I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the beginning. And it's like, anybody who's want to do this shit or has a love for this shit or has been doing this shit, don't give up. It's hard. You know what I mean? This shit is hard.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
You will get a lot of turn downs. You'll get a lot of people walking away from you. A lot of, you know, be in a lot of situations where shit you feel like don't go your way, but it's God's plan, and it comes with time. You know what I mean? Some people blow up overnight, some people don't. But it's all about having patience. If you have patience, you gonna win. And yeah, facts. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, man, that concludes my interview right here with Solo Jew, man. DJ M.O.S.S, man. We here in Atlanta, Georgia at M.O.S.S Studios, man. We are officially done. Let's not just drop mic out, man. Let's go.
Let's get it.